Hey everyone, welcome to Watch Complications. I'm Brian. Hey, whether you're new or been around here a little while, you'll find some new things popping up on the channel. You can now do what's called a super thanks. If you find a particular video kind of helpful, you can also join as a member, get some special perks. So just take a look and browse and check out the channel. And if you like what you see, maybe subscribe, right? This is a short video. I wouldn't really call it a review per se, but it's at least an introduction / how-to regarding some new clip-on watch straps for fixed lugs from the company Vario. Vario, I feature here on the channel occasionally. They have both watches and accessories like straps. And one of the popular watches was this 1918 Trench I reviewed. This one, which is the 37mm stainless steel white dial version. I also have a cream and orange Medic, which is in brass. And so they have a variety of these cases and sizes and types, colors and whatnot. Now, I don't know how many of you out there have a watch that has solid wired lugs. Some other modern interpretations have screws that attach like next to the case or at some point in the lug that you can, snap or unscrew. But when you have a watch that has actual fixed wired lugs, like this is attached to the case, it's not coming out, you have to have some sort of a strap that attaches to the lug with some other sort of secure mechanism, some other sort of secure way. These Vario Trench watches came on a boom strap for the most part, which has a screw. So it's nice and secure, but it does have this little extra step of, okay, finding a screwdriver, making sure it's tightened the right amount, that sort of thing. It's nice, secure, but what if you want something a little bit simpler, whether it's for a watch like this exact watch, the Vario 1918 Trench, or anything else that has solid wired lugs. There's a new version of their leather straps that has a clip. Now, just like a clip-on tie, it's got pros and cons, I would say, but it's at least a quicker and convenient option if you have something with wired lugs and you want to just change straps real quick, throw something on easily without getting a screwdriver out. Keep in mind that these straps don't only work on watches with wired lugs. Here's just a regular designed watch with lugs and spring bar. And I, by the way, recently compared this with the Rolex, the Pagani Design Meets Rolex video. That was a fun little gig. What could be potentially nice about these clip-on straps is some people really don't like getting out a screwdriver or a pen tool or a spring bar tool because they're maybe a little bit afraid of scratching up the lugs. Well, at least if you get whatever strap is originally on it off, you can clip these on and off without having to remove the spring bars. I would still be kind of careful as you push and bend and pull, but you can put these on a regular old watch with spring bars as well. And I've been wearing this one around quite a bit. And so far the leather on these have held up fine. It's looking pretty good on this. So you're not just limited to wired lugs only, okay? Now it's going to be a little bit hard to see on the video, but this is just a piece of bendy brass, I believe, making this sort of U shape in here. So it's pretty stiff. You have to be careful, I think, with the leather around the edges, making sure you don't, pull it or tear it or something like that. But the idea is just to snap this on. So first thing I'm going to do is get an example watch over here that has a strap currently attached to it. This gives you that sort of more traditional strap look on the watch, but again, it has the sort of the more military, the brass, this screwed in strap sort of look. Another option you could do with these is a sort of single pass NATO. So all I want to do on this watch is take the existing strap off and try these clip-ons. Just see how nicely it attaches and fits and feels on the watch, and to give you guys just an idea of something you might consider if you happen to have a watch with wired lugs. Of course, I'll put the link in the description below, but they have 8 colors, so there's some variety there if you're looking for something different. You can see this is just a simple screw, right? And pops off. I mean, it's easy. It's not like it takes a lot of time, but I don't know. Some people might like the convenience of just clipping something on. Sometimes it's nice to get out the screwdriver or to tie the tie, right? Don't always have to go the easier route, but options are options. Okay, now I know this has a steel buckle on it, this brass case, but this is just to, test it out. Now, there is a little bit of a leather lip here. You can kind of see it there. So what I would say is, if you're going to try to clip it on like this, just make sure you don't catch any sort of leather fray in there and damage it in some sort of way. But my guess is this will clip on pretty easy and ignore it. Yeah. So that goes on pretty easy. Again, you could just change out collars really quick, right? That's the idea. Again, same thing. Pop on. With these being wired lugs, you are going to get a little bit of a gap, right, between here. And these straps that come with it have a little bit more of that thickness. You can see sort of it's curved out away from the main part of the strap. So it feels kind of like a little bit less of a gap. You can get, of course, rubbing on straps often because of that. So if you want something that's a little bit further away from the case and you're cool with that sort of more bare bones look to it, then hey, maybe it's an okay option, right? I think one of the things that this has going for it is sort of more traditional look and length to it. So that feels good, snug. You know, it fits well. Again, this isn't necessarily a review. I've been wearing one of these straps around for the past week and a half, and it's doing okay so far. But you know, this has a nice look about it. Gaps don't bother me too much, so if that's not a big deal to you, then this will look fine. Good quick option for changing out a few if you get a couple. Change that color, that overall look and feel of the watch real quick. Not a bad idea. It does feel pretty comfortable in this, by the way. Sometimes the other ones feel maybe a little bit too thick or big or bulky. This gets you a little bit of a slimmer profile around the wrist when it comes to the strap itself. So if you were going to change these or put on a different strap, I think the thing to remember is same thing with putting it on. You can see there's that little lip right there. The leather is just trying to avoid, you know, doing some sort of damage or pulling the leather off where it's bound or glued kind of around the edges. Maybe a little bit careful with that. As you take it on and off quickly, you can just do a little bend with your finger like that and it pops off pretty easy. So there you have it. Just another option if you have a watch with wired lugs, or you just want something maybe a little bit quick and easy for getting straps on and off, changing to different styles. Clip-on straps from Vario. Thanks for joining me. Check out more information in the description below. Browse the channel. I'm out.